The planet associated with this card is Venus. Affect your emotional state or to affect. Rosemary's. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney for those that are new here, and if you've been here before, welcome back. I have not vlogged at all this week. It is Friday, but it has been just a little bit of a overwhelming week, to be honest. My husband was away from Monday till yesterday. So I was on my own with the dog and my toddler, and I'm also 32 weeks pregnant, so it's been all systems go here. But I do have some exciting updates to share with you. In my last vlog, I was chatting to you guys about how we had been offered the property that we went to view. So that is all good. We've got our move-in date, so we move in just a couple of weeks. So there's a busy couple of weeks ahead of us, but yeah, we don't have too much to organise. We actually don't have a lot of stuff. We've been whittling down lots of stuff over the last couple of months, so we're in quite good stead for a move. And this time we've decided to hire a removal company. So we're making this move as easy as possible for all of us, especially me, because I won't be doing any heavy lifting and I do not need any stress, especially when I could be delivering my baby in as little as 6 weeks. So yeah, it's all very exciting. So that is another big manifestation success from the last couple of weeks, and that kind of period after eclipse season where like lots and lots of manifestations dropped in for me and my family in general. So yeah, that is the house situation, which is so exciting. And then the other thing that was a little bit stressful this week, and I am going to do a video that is more focused on like pregnancy and preparing for labour and all that sort of thing, but I just thought I'm doing a bit of a life update today, so I'll just update you guys on a more pregnancy related thing. But a couple of days ago I noticed that movements had reduced, baby movements, and I was starting to get a little bit concerned. And I feel like it's a bit of a tricky one because they tell you to go to hospital immediately if you notice a change in fetal movements. And I was like, I don't know if I should or not. So it was I was going back and forth with myself on that because I could still feel movements, but they just were very different. And I wasn't feeling them in a sort of regular pattern that I would normally feel them. And they were very dull in comparison to what they normally were, and I wasn't feeling them in the same place. So I did start to get quite concerned because I was trying the things that you're recommended to try, drinking cold water, eating something sugary, lying down for half an hour, and I wasn't really noticing a huge difference. But I was still feeling movements. So I was like, I don't really know what to do. So I, rightly or wrongly, I left it till the next morning and I thought I'll see if there's any change when I wake up and if the usual pattern maybe starts to pick up again, and it didn't. So I thought, right, I'm definitely phoning in to the maternity unit and I'll just get their advice on what to do next. So I phoned in and they were so lovely on the phone and explained everything, and they said, look, just come in. We'd always want to err on the side of caution when it comes to reduced fetal movements. So I went in and it was all like really relaxed, and they put the CTG monitor on and they checked the heartbeat and all that kind of stuff. And then I was to press a button every time I felt a movement. And they sort of concluded that they wanted to send me for a scan just to check what was going on. And unfortunately, I couldn't get a scan on the day, which was really annoying because then I had to go home and have this on my mind all night about what the scan could reveal. I think the deeper part of me knew that everything was okay, if that makes sense. Like, I think it was more like a surface level. I was a bit worried. I think deep down I kind of knew that everything was okay, but I was sort of going back and forth in my mind about it. But anyway, I had my scan today and they said that everything was fine. The baby has moved position, so the baby is now like kind of breech. So the baby is like in a bit of a sandwich. The head is up towards, like the head is upright, but the legs are also up towards the head. So that's why the movements have changed so significantly, because the baby's moved position. And I also have, and I'll talk more about this in my pregnancy video that I'll do soon, I have an anterior placenta, which means that the placenta has attached itself to the front wall of my uterus. So I can't feel a lot of the baby's sensation where the placenta is anyway. So I think that was like reducing the potential for me to feel the baby's movements anyway. So that was all really reassuring. They did all the measurements and checked all the stuff they need to check. So the baby is fine. I'm fine. So happy days. But I was like, this is just something I really don't need when hubby's working away and stuff like that. And the dog had managed to escape the garden a couple of times while he was away, and it took me about an hour to get him back yesterday because he just wouldn't get out of the pond down the road. So yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy week. That's why I've not vlogged very much, which is a shame because there was some like really nice little moments that I would have liked to vlog, because I started to get back into my baking and things like that. But I'm kind of glad I didn't vlog that one because I didn't really know how it was going to turn out. So yeah, and I was pretty unprepared. What I should have done was tidied the kitchen before I started baking, but I just didn't. I thought, I'm just going to get straight into it. Let's just get straight into the baking. And honestly, I could not see the work surface. I don't even know where I would have set up the camera, to be honest. It probably would have been a bit of a disaster. But my sourdough starter kit has been dispatched. I've been waiting for that for a while now because it's coming from Australia. Again, me getting attached to brands that align with my new organic living values and beginner homestead values. I was like, I have to order from this brand, even if it's going to take an extra 2 weeks to arrive. So I shall vlog maybe that journey. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in following along, and I might even do a standalone video on my beginner sourdough journey. We'll see how that goes. So what I really want to vlog about this week is all the preparations I'm doing for the full moon in Libra, which is coming up on Sunday. Now, this is a very special full moon to me because I'm a Libra rising. So this full moon is falling in my first house of self. So I'm very excited about this full moon, and I will be carving out time to really work with this full moon because, yeah, I feel like it's quite a special one for a Libra rising. So I also have an incredible ChatGPT prompt that I used to get some insights and predictions for my Libra full moon experience, what events and themes might be coming through for me under this full moon. So if you want that prompt, comment on the video and I will personally send you the prompt that I used. But I will run through what showed up because it was very, very detailed, and I will let you know if any of the themes were accurate, because I'm still experimenting with whether ChatGPT is actually a good guide. I'm not going to say it's completely accurate, but as a guide for what you can expect to come up for you during certain astrological and energetic events. So yeah, so that's what I plan to take you through in this vlog. I'm also planning to record the Libra full moon ritual for the collective membership today. So I'll also give you some behind the scenes on filming for the ritual, which will be uploaded today, which is Friday. I'll be uploading that today, so it's there for Sunday. And if you're working with full moons or new moons, I always like to remind people, if you don't already know, that full moon energy is very potent and strong from 3 days before it peaks until 3 days after. And we'll talk a little bit more about full moons and the significance of them and what is special about the energy of a full moon compared to other moons. And we'll discuss a little bit more in detail about what's special about a Libra full moon. I think what I'll do now is I'm going to go and show you my full moon reading from ChatGPT. Let's go and do that. Okay guys, so this is what ChatGPT produced for me when I used my prompt about getting a very accurate and highly detailed reading based on my personal astrological placements for the full moon. So again, it's really detailed, just like the Aries solar eclipse reading was for me as well. So it's given me themes and energy of the Libra full moon for me, and obviously a reflection of where this full moon is falling for me in my chart and which house it falls in. So as a Libra rising, this full moon falls in my first house of self-identity and personal appearance, which is very interesting because I mentioned in the last vlog that I had been going through a huge identity shift and changing up a bit about how I look and how I dress and all of that sort of thing. So this is definitely, I'm feeling that theme really prominently in my life at the moment. And then it was talking about where my Cancer sun in my 10th house, where that's related to in this particular full moon, and my moon in Taurus in the 8th house, what is happening there as well, potential events and what to expect. So it has mentioned some things that I might be able to expect from this full moon, which is very exciting. How to harness this Libra full moon for manifestation and magnetism. I asked for that as well. And then it has also given me a personalised full moon reading and tarot card spread, and also key dates for action. So this is really fun because it's telling me what exactly I can expect, what tarot cards showed up when ChatGPT has pulled at random some cards for me to get deeper insights, and it's also given me some key dates and suggestions for action. So April the 12th, 14th to the 16th, and the 18th to the 20th. So obviously these dates are in the future, so I'm going to take a note of this and I'll report back on how that went and if I felt as if any of this actually came to fruition. So again, a really detailed reading, and ChatGPT did prompt me and ask me did I want deeper refined insights such as a tarot reading or specific dates for action, and I asked it to proceed and do that. So yeah, that is what it's produced for me. And yeah, if you want the prompt to check this out for yourself, just drop me a comment below and I will send that to you. And in next week's vlog, I will reflect back and see if there was any weight to what ChatGPT has predicted for me for this particular reading. Welcome to our Libra full moon ritual. This is quite a special full moon. This is really marking the beginning of a new season. Let the full moon light illuminate what needs to be released from our lives, what the next steps are that we need to take in order to manifest. Every full moon marks a culmination point, shedding light on things that have maybe been under the surface or lingering in our subconscious. Move forward with what is aligned and allow what is aligned with our highest path to start to fall into place. Libra is an air sign ruled by Venus. What's really interesting about this particular full moon Libra, we have Venus going direct. So we might start to feel some forward momentum in the areas ruled by Venus and Libra. Venus is the sign that it's all about love and abundance. So under this moon, you might feel called to restore balance in your life. Where are you accepting a lower standard than what you're worth? Venus magnetizes and amplifies. This is a potent time for magnetic manifesting. What would it feel like to be manifesting from a place of flow and magnetism? What would abundance feel like to me? Let's begin our ritual. I am using rosemary smoke cleansing stick. I love rosemary because it works vlog. It's the day before the full moon, it's Saturday, and hubby has taken the dog and little one out for a walk, so I thought I would take you through how I'll be using the energy of this full moon for manifesting potential today. I am hoping to do some full moon stuff tomorrow as well, because this is quite a big full moon for me as a Libra rising. So I really want to make the most of the energy that we'll be experiencing this full moon. So I am going to ground myself. I don't know about you, but full moons can be a time of feeling a bit unstable and feeling a bit ungrounded. So I really want to get grounded. I want to be really intentional about what I'm manifesting this full moon. And I guess what's quite exciting is that so many manifestations have come true recently. So I'm almost sitting here thinking, like, what do I want to manifest? There is actually a couple of things that I want to refine, things that have manifested lately that I just want to refine them a little bit and just be like, oh, could this get just a little bit better? Like, could this get just a little bit more closer to exactly how I envisioned it in my vision board? So one of those things is, like, I want to manifest the house that we're moving into in a couple of weeks. I'd love to manifest that, like, the landlord completely redecorates it for us. Stuff like that. So I just want to kind of play around and see if I can enhance, like, my current manifestations. I think that'd be quite fun. And I'm also, in line with the theme of this full moon, is I'm going to be focusing on stepping into expansion energy, like from a more individual and self perspective. I want to be expanding into my feminine energy, and I want to be expanding more into being magnetic, just being a magnetic manifester. Just, I want to keep building on the momentum that I've already created for that. So that's kind of a few things I'll be working on manifesting over the full moon. And I'll also be asking the full moon to just illuminate and highlight anything that is causing me to stall, if there's any blocks in stopping me from fully aligning and being a complete energetic match for where I'm trying to get to. So I'll ask the full moon to lift any veils so I can see clearly what is holding me back or what I need to do next. So today I'm actually going to do an abbreviated version of our 5-step manifesting ritual, our Bloom and Believe manifesting ritual. So I'm going to definitely prioritise the rosemary smoke cleansing ceremony, because I feel like that's going to be a really good way to ground myself and a really great way to access the subconscious. I think I mentioned this earlier, about rosemary being an excellent tool for accessing the subconscious mind. And the moon is also very correlated with the subconscious mind as well. The moon governs our emotions, it governs the unseen, and full moons are obviously known to illuminate and bring a lot of things that are hidden, especially in our own mind, to the surface. So I'm going to be working with my rosemary cleansing stick and I'll do the opening ceremony that is included in our manifesting ritual video. And then I'm going to do the Theta Brainwave sound bath meditation, because I've got an idea of what I want to manifest. I've got an idea of that vision. So I'll do that meditation and then just get fully into the thoughts, feelings, and emotions associated with what I want to manifest, and really creating a strong visualization around that. Now, what's really interesting about visualization and manifesting is that, scientifically speaking, you only need to hold a strong visualization towards what you want to manifest for 17 seconds a day in order for it to start to imprint and do what it needs to do to reprogram your subconscious and to help you become an energetic match. So that is really, really powerful. If you can dedicate 17 seconds a day, however, the 17 seconds has got to be really strong emotions attached to that vision, a really clear vision. So it might take a bit of practice to get to a really clear and vivid 17 seconds, but that is something that is achievable to all of us. Just putting that out there. So I'm going to do the sound bath meditation, and that is 30 minutes of getting into those thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So if 17 seconds is all it takes, imagine what 30 minutes can do. So if you want to check out our manifesting ritual kit, I will link it below as well. And then after I've done that, I always do a card reading for myself around these times. So I always like to ask the full moon for a message. So I'll be asking the Libra full moon, what do I need to know to get closer to these manifestations? What do I need to know at this particular time? And I always feel like the right card always seems to find me. And I notice it in my sound baths that I host in person as well. I always offer people to pull cards at the end of the session. And a lot of people always comment on how the cards are so aligned with where they're at in their life at that time. So yes, that's what I'll be doing, and I will show you the decks that I'm using as well. So recently I've been using this Astral Realms deck, which I actually really like. It's a crystal oracle deck. I like to look at this deck as like the cards give an overarching theme or energy that you might be experiencing or you might be stepping into at this time. And there's a lot of detail on the cards. There's a crystal associated with each card. There is a planet associated with each card. And I do really like how detailed the cards are. And it's also just nice to get like that main theme of what you're working with when you're doing a reading. And then today I'm going to be going in with the Rose Oracle deck after. This deck is obviously all about the rose and all about how there's so much alignment and lessons and symmetry in the rose and nature and femininity, and it's a very feminine, very maternal, very intuitive and nurturing deck, a really grounding deck. So I feel like that's going to be a lovely deck to use for this particular full moon as well, because obviously it's in Libra, a very feminine sign, and it's also ruled by Venus, which is the planet of love, abundance, femininity, and all things beauty. That is what I'm going to be doing to work with the full moon today, and I'll take you through my journey. And then tomorrow I am going to do the Libra full moon ritual that I uploaded onto the collective membership. So I'll also link that in the caption if you're interested in that. So that is just a short 35-minute ritual that is pulling on all of the themes and all of the energies that we'll be feeling over this Libra full moon. It's got a gorgeous Venus altar ritual section. It's got mirror work, it has got meditation and sound bath and journaling, and at the end there's also a card reading. I asked for any messages that need to find the people that watch this video, so if you do watch the video there should be a message there in the card reading for you at the end as well. So yeah, it's a gorgeous ritual. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my ritual. So hopefully you've got your rosemary ready with a flame to light it and a fireproof object. I'm actually going to grab my abalone shell just as a precaution as well. And let's begin to ground ourselves here as well. Let's begin to breathe a bit deeper now as we inflate the belly on the inhale, expand the chest. Maybe exhale as you sigh out anything. Let's take another deep cleansing breath in, allowing the scent of the rosemary to fill your lungs, awaken your senses. Drawing in the earth's energy to stabilize and support your journey today. Hey guys, I am back after my little abbreviated ritual from the manifesting ritual practice that comes with the Bloom and Believe manifesting ritual kit, and that was just what I needed to start to get just even more detailed about what I'm manifesting in my next level life, in the next version of me. That was just so nice. I haven't really dedicated a lot of time to my manifesting practices lately, especially with hubby being away this week past. So that has been really, really good, and I'm just feeling so optimistic. I'm feeling actually really feeling that Libra balance this full moon, which is really, really nice. So yes, I am going to leave the vlog there for this week. It is just quite a quick and short and sweet one, more just to focus on how I was preparing for the Libra full moon, and hopefully it will inspire you to do some of your own manifesting ritual work this Libra full moon. And if you're looking for a ritual, please do check out the Libra full moon manifesting ritual that is now available on the Bloom and Believe Collective. I've popped the link in the description for that video as well. And if you're interested in the full manifesting ritual kit and all the tools that come with it that are neuroscience backed, inspired by nature and ancient wisdom, then I'll also pop the link in the description for the manifesting ritual kit that we have created at Bloom and Believe. So yeah, I'm going to take some time just to meditate over my cards that came out. Cards are really interesting actually. If you are interested in the oracle card decks that I use, I am going to start an Amazon storefront soon, so I will let you know when I do that. And then all the things that I'm using in my rituals or in my videos that you might be interested in, I will link it all on my storefront for you as well. So yeah, happy Libra full moon, happy manifesting, and I hope you all have an amazing weekend, and I hope to see you in next week's video. Take care everybody, speak to you soon.